Here's the scenario. A buyer goes and buys a piece of property from an owner. Let's say the sales price is $90,000. The buyer is going to put down $10,000 and the owner is going to carry a note for $80,000. So essentially the owner is going to be your lender on this transaction. Let's say 10 years goes by and then you end up paying off this loan. The previous owner, who is now your lender, writes you a note on a scratch pad piece of paper saying, I hereby say that this property is paid off, and signs it and dates it. Spoiler alert, that note written on that scratch pad piece of paper is not sufficient to release a loan. So now 5 years pass and you decide, you know what, I want to sell this piece of property. We get it in escrow and then title brings up this $80,000 deed of trust. And you say, well, you know, I've already paid this off. So now we got to go find that previous owner who was the lender to make sure it was paid off. Come to find out that previous owner passed away. So now we're dealing with his heirs. The heirs are looking for paperwork. They can't find any paperwork. And the only proof you have that you paid off that loan is maybe some canceled checks and that note that previous owner signed saying it was paid off. So by now those heirs are thinking cha-ching. They become math majors and they start calculating what the original balance was and they start calculating interest. Escrow sends them a demand and they come back with some crazy amount. So now you're thinking, I'm gonna get an attorney, I'm gonna fight this, I'm gonna sue them, which you have grounds, you may be able to do it, but unfortunately they have you over barrel. You're an escrow and you're trying to close. Now, if you were getting a loan from an institutional lender, they take care of that paperwork. They do all the processing. They will record the release. You don't have to worry about it. But when you're dealing with an individual person, you need to make sure you are getting the original note and the deed of trust that you signed. By law, when you pay off that note, they have 45 days to either give you the original note and deed of trust or send it into the trustee to do the reconveyance, thereby getting rid of it off the piece of property. Now, there are penalties associated with them not complying with those timelines, but don't get caught trying to enforce that stuff when you're in escrow. If you know you paid off an individual, but you're not sure if the release has been taken care of, give us a call. We'll be happy to look it up for you. And remember, whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, don't screw around. Use the top title and escrow team in the nation, Mike and Bobby with Chicago Title.